What's crack-a-lack? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know so. NFC North draft. How did they do? Let's talk Green Bay Packers first. I gave them a B. Rashawn Gary. I was indifferent on this. I mean, very talented individual, but wasn't very productive in Michigan. I don't know where he fits in this Michigan defense. Are they going to rush him off the edge? Are they going to try to put him on the line? I mean, they already got Kenny Clark and Mike Daniels on the line, and they invested in 2 edge rushers already in the offseason. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess that gives them a flexibility to do whatever with them. But, again, I'm indifferent just because I don't know where he fits in this defense. But then they trade up to get Darnell Savage, who I think is the best safety in the draft. Pairing next to Adrian Amos, and that's top notch. I love their next pick, Elgin Jenkins. Phenomenal. Matter of fact, I love their next pick, Jace Sternberger. I love that they are addressing how they addressed offense. They needed a new weapon for Aaron Rodgers. Jace Sternberger, he can stretch the middle. The man averaged 17.3 yards per catch. Oh, Jimmy Graham, man, just dump that contract. Elgin Jenkins, he come in and he can be immediate starter at guard or center. They can move him wherever. I think they did a good job here. And then later in the draft, it was kind of whatever. They just again they improved upon depth on their roster. So overall, good job for the Pack. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm going to give them a B as well. I love the Garrett Bradbury pick. They needed help on offensive line. They got help on offensive line. I would have liked if they actually snagged a tackle earlier in this draft. They didn't. They didn't really. I like the Drew Samia pick in the 4th round. But again, they don't have a dedicated. They didn't get an offensive tackle. Tackle was kind of a point of weakness, but they did improve upon the offensive line. I do like that about this draft. Getting Irv Smith, Kyle Rudolph's successor, that was solid. Alexander Mattson was kind of a. I was surprised in the 3rd round with that pick. I thought there were better running backs on the board. Some that fit more what they were trying to do, but if they think that's their guy to back up Dalvin Cook or come in and help be like a change of pace, then you know what, go get your guy. I love Cameron Smith. I think that's a good pick to help add depth to the linebacker core. Armand Watts, I think, he could come in and he could instantly be that number 2 tackle on the defensive line. Overall, solid pick. I like the Dylan Mitchell and the Chris Boyd picks. Adding depth at receiver and secondary. So yeah, like I said, the B grade type of draft. Next, we got the Chicago Bears. Didn't pick till the 3rd round because they wanted Khalil Mack, and you know what? Can't fault them for it. Honestly, he's worth the first 2 picks. And I like what they did with their first 2 picks. Speaking of which, David Montgomery in the 3rd round. The man had the most broken tackles in all of football last year. He's a good out the backfield as well. I think he honestly, forget Mike Davis. This man is a perfect running mate with Tariq Cohen. I like the Riley Ridley pick. He's a solid number 2. So, honestly, if Anthony Johnson kind of busts out and turns out to be a number 1 receiver, then they got a solid number 2 right here. And then the remainder of their draft, they just filled in the secondary with a couple of picks on day 3. Overall, I gave them a C+. Honestly, could be a B- if you throw Khalil. It could be a B, honestly, if you throw Khalil Mack. But I'm just grading them on these picks. Next, we got the Detroit Lions. I gave Detroit a B-. I like their pick of TJ Hawkinson. But when you're picking 8th overall, I mean, this guy's got to be a difference maker for your offense or defense. So you're not going to revolve. I don't know. They're not going to revolve the offense around TJ Hawkinson. He's going to help tremendously in the run game, and he's a potent pass threat. But I don't know. We can just wait and see. I love TJ Hawkinson, but just again picking a tight end at 8, I don't know. It just leaves a weird taste in my mouth. Then they got Tavia, the linebacker of Hawaii. I thought maybe he was 3rd round at best. I was kind of like surprised with the pick, but he's a good coverage linebacker. That's what they were looking for. I like Will Harris. I think he comes in and he instantly starts at safety. I love the Austin Bryant pick. Help add in help add in depth along that offensive line. Ariwari in the 5th round. Wow, they got a steal there. That good on you. Good on you. And then with the remainder of the draft, they kind of just, again, added depth. That's what teams do on day 3. They just add guys to the roster for depth. However, I do like the PJ Johnson pickup in the 7th out of Arizona. The man's a big boy, big strong boy, big strong, strapping young lad. I think he can play the nose if they really want him to. Will he make the? He might be a practice squad guy, but that deep in the draft, I like that pick a lot. Real quick before we continue with the video, I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the support this channel's gotten over the last few months. It really does mean a whole lot to me. But with that being said, I want to propose a challenge, a bro to greatness. I'm trying to get to 100 subs on YouTube and 50 followers on Twitch, and I don't want you to just do it willy-nilly. If you really enjoy the content and you want me to continue to bring more quality content, then go ahead, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Again, it's all appreciated, so back to the video. Enjoy. The AFC North, how did they do in the draft? Let's start with Pittsburgh. I gave them a B. Give them a B. I like the Devin Bush pick. I didn't like them giving up a 2nd round pick. But honestly, they needed someone with Ryan Shazier. They've been missing a body since Ryan Shazier. So, it's a great pick, in my opinion. I like the Deontay Johnson pick. I like a lot. He's very Antonio Brown-esque. He's very crisp route runner. Plays a lot faster on the field than he did at the combine. I had them picking him, but with their 2nd, 3rd round pick. So I don't know. They went out and they got their guy. But with that 2nd, 3rd round pick, getting Justin Lane, corner with size, I love that a lot. Because they need help in that secondary. Benny Snell, they got a big downhill bruiser of a back. So I like that. In the 4th. Sutton Smith on the edge. Very interesting pick. Man's got the tools. Be a very, I think he could come in and be an improvement over what's his name? The Buddy Jones? Buddy Dupree. There we go. So irrelevant. He's not gonna be on the team in another year. But I think Sutton Smith could come in and he could actually challenge for that pass rushing or that edge rusher role on the other side of TJ Watt. Isaiah Buggs, he gives a little depth on the offensive or the defensive line, I should say. Overall, solid draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Give them a B. You'll be seeing AFC North. They did a pretty solid job this year in the draft. I like the pick of Marquise Hollywood Brown. And then Jalen Ferguson. They came in, they lost Terrell Suggs, and they replaced him with the guy that broke his sack record in college. Jalen Ferguson had the most sacks in all of college football. I like it. I like that pick a lot. Miles Boykins, this kind of tells me something. that they're gonna tell Lamar Jackson to be. They have tremendous speed at receiver. They're gonna just tell him to throw the ball down the field. This is gonna be a run-heavy, vertical type of offense in Baltimore. And then I love the pick of Justice Hill. I don't know how he fell to the 4th. I thought he was late 2nd, early 3rd. Man, and then Ben Powers. That's a great pickup for the offensive line. Honestly, I think apart from last couple of their picks, they did everything right. Good on you. You should be happy, Ravens fans. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns. Take a guess. They gotta be. Greedy Williams just falling to them in the 2nd round. I love that pick to pair up with Denzel Ward. They added a lot of linebacker depth. Not a lot, but I just found that very intriguing, the amount of linebacker depth they added. Like Tiki here from BYU, he gives them a lot in coverage. I like Mac Wilson. He kind of serves the same role, I believe. But they got tremendous value in Mac Wilson in the 5th round. Again, I don't buy drafting a kicker this early. Maybe like 6th or 7th, undrafted free agent. You could find a serviceable starter, but that's neither here nor there. Overall, they did a good job of addressing the defense in this draft. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I think the Cincinnati Bengals are very mediocre. But they got rid of Marvin Lewis, and I felt that as a commitment, be like, we're gonna be better than just average every year. I mean, honestly, that's a team very devoid of talent. They do have talent, but not very much depth. I love what they did with this draft. I gave them a B+. I love the Jonah Williams pick. The Drew Sample pick in the 2nd round. You got a blocking tight end in the 2nd round? I don't know. I didn't really like the pick, but it is what it is. Jermaine Pratt. Man, they needed a leader on their defense. They needed a linebacker. This man could hit. This man tracks down for miles. He's like a bloodhound. I love it. Ryan Finley in the 4th. Interesting pick. I don't feel Ryan Finley could be better than Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton, as far as not potential, but production, he's very Andy Dalton-esque. I don't think this man will be able to get you a Super Bowl. I could be wrong, but at the very least, you got a very solid backup. Renell Wren, I don't know how he fell to the 4th. Great pick. Michael Jordan at guard. Y'all needed that offensive line help, man, and you got it. And you added. These were probably some of my favorite picks. These 2 6th-round picks. Trayvon Williams out of Texas A&M. Solid running back. And then you double down on running back. You double down on depth. You got Rodney Anderson. Rodney Anderson could have been the best running back in this draft. The only thing that's stopping him, 3 ACL tears in 4 seasons. This man could stay healthy. You got a potent backfield for years to come. Hope you enjoyed the video, but until next time, be easy, my friends.